So, what is in this box? Well, the title and probably the thumbnail already explains what it is. It is pretty much one of the hardest to get parts that my brother basically struggled with for quite a long time after he first saw it. You know, it's one of those things he was always umming and ahhing about it. And he eventually just made the plunge into getting one. And trust me when I say it was hard work, especially getting one for a reasonable price is probably the best way to put it. So I'm not gonna waste too much time looking at me right now. We need to open this box. The box itself is really understated. You can literally hardly tell what's in here, but once you start getting it opened up, unwrapping and unraveling everything, you can see a couple of special pieces here. And there it is, the pierce the resistance. Oh, look at that. Right, I need to move this box out of the way so I can comfortably look at this thing. Look at this, everyone. This, okay. Let's run through a few things. In fact, I will leave a link in the description down below by a Japanese car enthusiast / R33 GTR fellow owner who I've had the privilege of meeting in the past before whilst I went with my brother and one of our friends Jags to Japan. His name is Aki. Now, Aki is an amazing enthusiast. He actually did a really good thorough thread on, I think it was the R33 GTR website or something like that. And like I said, it'll be linked in the description down below, going into a lot more detail than I'm definitely going to do in this video about this airbox. The main reason why I'm doing this video is kind of to share what this airbox is actually like, and you know, looking at it up close and seeing all the different parts of it and stuff. It's such a unique part that, you know, it's crazy expensive for what it is. Most people would never want to spend this much on an airbox like this, especially one that looks basically stock. But going along with all the other carbon fiber elements and stuff like that my brother's looking at doing with his 33, this piece just looks really at home. So, you know, once the whole engine bay and stuff like that gets put together, it will all make sense. A couple of things that I wanted to show you on a little bit closer of detail is, look at how nice this is. When you unhook this, look at that whole mechanism. The way it just looks, even when it's completely off, the springs and everything. And just watch how nicely it actually all comes back together. It's just such a premium looking feel, and just everything just about it is so right. You know, all of them, they look so good. It's just beautiful. Now I'm gonna open this up, so let's get the first one off. Second one just over here. Third and fourth. Right. So this is the two pieces separated. And so as you can see, this is one of the heavier parts, I guess. In Aki's thread, he does speak about how this is actually heavier than the original one slightly. This is a lot lighter, but this one is slightly heavier. I can't remember all of the numbers off the top of my head. That would have been really good of me, but I'll leave it just down here somewhere. But yeah, so the main things that you kind of want to talk about with this is, yes, it's a carbon fiber piece and it just looks so damn good. But what's kind of interesting about it is these little velocity stacks. Now, with this part just over here, as you can see, there are two holes over here. Now, this is where the mass airflow sensor will normally get fitted onto. Obviously, it's not right now because this is a completely new unit and it's not been fitted onto the car yet. But these will basically get fit on the inside part like this. So I'm not sure which one's gonna go which way. Probably this one will go over here, and because this one's got a little bit of a flat part here, I'm gonna assume that that goes, I don't know, maybe this way here. No, wait, nope, makes more sense now. This one would go over here and it sits more in that corner, and this one probably sits like this. So yeah, this is kind of the velocity stacks will be where once the air has come through the filter, we're going through the velocity stacks and in essence helping the airflow into the engine and stuff. There's a lot of science behind it, a lot of math as well, and you know, it's way beyond me and what my brain will think of it all and stuff. But that is the airbox now. You can kind of see on the inside of it, it's very much a dry carbon. The inside of it hasn't really been finished off to the same level as the outside. Understandable. You know, it's hard to do both sides so pretty with carbon fiber, but at least the part that we're looking at looks amazing. You do have a plaque in here as well, which has Nismo written on it, as well as some numbers. Now, a little bit of some history with regards to these airboxes. Now, my understanding is that Nismo don't sell these airboxes as they are on their own. You can only get them with a engine built by Nismo, which is why they are very rare, very sought after, and hence why they come with a bit of a premium price tag. There's a lot more of a history behind just getting one of these. Like I said, some of them do go on auction sites, like Yahoo auctions in Japan and stuff, but they're very, very expensive. These are very sought after, and you know, kind of the hard reality is as a GTR owner is they are not really the kind of cars anymore for the average Joe. You are dealing with a lot of people that have a lot of money that are wanting to modify these cars and build these cars and have these rare parts. So even for enthusiasts that will happily spend our last dime on these cars, there's another couple of items that I'm just going to open up so we can kind of have a look at the complete thing. So let me open those. So here is the air filter that also goes with this. As you can see, it's the dry type. So it's from Nismo as well. So it'll be a perfect, nice fit. And we'll open it from this end. Have a quick look at it. I'm sure my brother won't mind because he's technically the one that's given it to me to do a video on. But that is the air filter. I'm pretty sure that this will go on this side. Will it? Wait, no, sorry. It goes that way. So it sits in there, and then this guy just sits over it like so. But there's one more part, so let me open that up. This is another box from Nismo. And if you can have a look inside here. This is from Nismo as well. It is their it's kind of their extra air duct, air filter kind of piece. So this basically fits on top of here, like so. I'm not gonna put it on fully right now, but that just helps the airflow coming through from the top of the engine bay. You'll basically see this from the top of the engine bay. It will just help drag any airflow through and down and force it into the... Another nice little piece again, Nismo. The carbon fiber on these two is slightly different. This one's a little bit more glossy. This one's a little bit more of a satin finish. But that's just the way Nismo make it. I don't think they make this in a different kind of carbon fiber finish. It's not like that. This is just how this piece comes, and that is just how that piece comes. I've not seen any of these any different. Wow, it's so light. It's so light. That's ridiculous. I lifted it up then really fast. I was like, whoa, damn, that's really, yeah. You can see the insides of it. I'll be honest, in some ways, you kind of wished it was a little bit smoother in there, because all of this is all about smoothing the airflow process. So whereas the outside is nice and smooth, the inside, there was just some rougher parts to it. You know, you can kind of see the resin here and there. I don't know how involved they want to get with the actual manufacturing of these and how perfect they want to make it. This isn't something that, like, you know, a company like Koenigsegg is going to be investing in, or Pagani is going to be investing in, where they just need it so perfect that money's no object. Let's have a little bit more of a look inside of these. As you can kind of see what I was speaking about with the finish here not being perfectly smooth. Again, you can kind of see in certain areas it is still smooth. It's not like there's any janky bits that are like sticking out and stabbing me in the finger. No, it's not like that. It's just not flushly smooth, which, considering this is actually a performance part and they do say that it helps with the airflow, that probably would have been nice, but I guess it's negligible of a difference compared to these guys being in there and how much better they will help with the airflow. But when you look at certain parts of it, like just over here, the way it just looks so premium. All of these things, they just look so good. And they've got that mechanical look to it and that mechanical feel to it. You know, yeah, it's a mechanical. Yeah, it's basically a mechanical part that we're talking about right now. But if you guys have seen this part here on normal, or should I say most cars, like even like BMWs and stuff like that, when you take the air filter off, it's that little metal piece and you flink it off, and then it kind of smacks your hand as you're like undoing it and stuff. This doesn't have that feel to it. It's almost got like a nice release to it. And yeah, it adds to that whole feel of it all. I'm gonna put the air filter, I'm gonna put this filter back in the box and put this back together, put those away, and I'll show you what it looks like with this sat on the top of it. Ooh, that felt and sounded so good. But right, so this is how, in essence, the airbox will look in the engine bay. Where we're at is kind of the front of the engine. The engine will be here. This will basically come over and just sit on top of it all like so. It's actually, you know what, looking at this right now just reminds me of that guy when he goes, carbon fiber, carbon fiber, carbon fiber, carbon fiber, carbon fiber, carbon fiber. So yeah, another little cool thing that I didn't fully recognize at first is this little logo just here. This is like a Nismo logo as well. I actually haven't seen that Nismo logo before, so that was something new for me when it came to looking at this parts and stuff like that. But yeah, right, I'm actually off to see the 33 tomorrow at Steve's place. So me and my brother are going to go over. We're going to take some of these parts along with us as well. The car's come a long way since I last saw it, and we're heading off early morning. That's the reason why it's completely pitch black outside. You know, it's past midnight. Let me just see. There you go. It's past midnight. So I got to get up in a few hours. I still got some more stuff to do. But yeah, right. Let's go. Let's get this all packed back up and stuff. And we're going to be seeing Steve tomorrow. That'll be a separate video. I did want to just share this video with you all. If you wanted to know more about this intake or want to see anything in particular with it, you know, please let me know. I would actually like to see an experiment done with the stock intake and this intake on a dyno. I don't know if my brother's going to be up for doing something like that. I'll happily do it with my GTR. I'll happily just switch over the intakes and stuff like that. But yeah, right, let's end it there. Everyone, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I know it's something a bit random, very in-depth of a part that, like I said, you can't buy this brand new from Nismo, so it is one of those limited edition items. You know, you can't buy this separately unless you get a complete engine from them. But I wanted to share it with you. My brother's been able to get a hold of one. Thank you to everyone involved with sourcing this and getting it. And obviously, respect to my brother. Thank you for giving me the time. to show you all this, and I hope you guys actually have enjoyed this, because like I said, this is one of those items that I didn't ever think I would be holding. So I'm really, really fortunate to the fact that I've been able to share this with you guys. And, you know, like I said, it's not an item that is generally seen by people and, you know, looked into like this, especially not on video. That one thread that I've been able to see good detail information on by Aki, that will be in the description down below as well. But right, I'm going to stop rambling. Guys, if you've enjoyed this video, if you found it interesting or anything like that, give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe, leave a comment. It's all down to you guys. But I look forward to hopefully seeing you all in the future videos. Peace out. Bye.